welcome to lecture loops. As we have already covered the topics like operators, data types and variables, so we are ready to make some programs. So there are 4 practice questions in this video that you can solve by yourself. But in this video only I have also provided the solution, so you can check the solutions also. So first of all, we take a program, like we have to make a program to convert number of days into number of months and days. Okay. So how we are going to do this? Suppose the input is 126. So if you have 126, and let us assume that 1 month has 30 days. Okay. So what we can do is we can divide 126 by 30. So we'll get this 120 and 6. So in this you can see that the quotient is equal to 4, which gives us 4 months, and the remainder is 6 days. So we can get the 6 days output as remainder, and we know that there are two operators, division and mod operator, that we can use for finding out the quotient and remainder. So that's all. Now let us code this problem. So now we will declare some variables, like first of all we will take total number of days. So can take a variable as total days that we are going to take from the user. Okay, so let's give a message to user that enter total number of days. Fine. So then it is cin and total days. That's all. This is our input. Now we have to find the total number of months and total number of days. So we'll take int number of months. So that will be equal to total days divided by 30. Okay. And number of days that are left, that are equal to total days and mod 30. Okay. So now we are going to display this. So we have to write it like, so enter total number of days. So let's enter 126. Then it is number of months 4 and number of days are 6. Okay, so the program is correct. So here is the second problem, that is we have to make a program to swap two variables using a third variable. What does it mean? Basically we have two variables. We have to take as input two variables a and b from the user. So a will contain the value as 30 and b will contain the value as 20. And with by using a third variable c, what we have to do, we have to exchange the values, so that a will contain, at the end of the program, a must contain 20 and b must contain 30. How we are going to do this? So for this, suppose we transfer the value of a into c. Okay, so c will become 30, and then we will transfer the value of b in a. Then it will be, this is number 1, this is number 2. So a will now contain the value 20. After that, this value of c, this we can transfer in b. Okay, so this can be done. How we are going to write it? Like a, first of all we have to transfer the value of a into c. Then in the second part we have to transfer the value of b into a. So we will write this. And in the third step, what we have to do, we have to transfer the value of c into b, like this. Okay, and in this way we can swap two variables using a third variable. So let us code it. Okay, so we need three variables here, like a, b and c. Okay, and then we have to ask to user that enter using third variable. So first of all we will transfer the value of a into c. Then we are going to transfer the value of b into a, and at the end we are going to transfer the value of c into b. Okay, so that's all. So enter first number, let's enter 20 and then 30. We can say that first number is now 30 and second number is 20. So successfully the values are swapped. Here we have to make a program to arrange given chairs in rows such that each row contains 5 chairs and find the number of chairs and chairs left, number of rows and chair left. So what does it mean? Basically we have to arrange some chairs in this way, in a group of 5 like this. Okay, then we have to find the number of rows, how many rows are there, and if some chairs are left that cannot be arranged in these rows, then we have to find out those chairs left also. For example, here given is 34. So what we can do, we can divide 34 by 5. Now in this way we will get 6 rows and 4 left. So we can easily find out how many rows will be there and how many chairs are left, again by using this division and mod operator. Okay, we have chairs and then we need rows and the left chairs. Okay, the left one. Okay, so these are the three variables that we are going to use in our program. So first of all, we will ask from user that enter number of chairs that you want to arrange. Okay, and we know that in our program it is given that we have to arrange in the group of 5. Okay, so I'm not taking any variable for it. So this is C in chairs we have. Now we have to find out the number of rows. So rows are equal to chairs divided by 5, and remaining chairs are chairs mod 5. Okay, now we are going to print it. So enter number of chairs. So let say number of chairs are 36. The number of rows are 7. Okay, 5 sevens are 35 and number of chairs left is. So here is the practice question 4, which is you have to make a program to find remainder without using modulus operator. So how you are going to find out the remainder without using modulus operator? Okay, and it is like when you divide it and 3 is the remainder, so you have to find out the remainder. What is the other method by which we can find out this remainder? Just think about it. Okay, so what we can do is, like we can multiply, if we multiply 5 into 4, then we will get 20. 5 is what? 5 is the divisor and 4 is the quotient. Okay, so if we multiply quotient and the divisor, then we get 20, and this is the number. Okay, and if we subtract number, which is 23, minus 20, then we will get the remainder. So we can write it as number minus q into d, like this. So what are the variables that we need? First of all, the number, and the second one is divisor, and third one is quotient, that we are going to be we need this variable also, and then we also need this remainder variable, that is result. So first of all, we will ask to user that enter the number and also enter the divisor. Okay, quotient is equal to number divided by divisor. So here we have our quotient. Now we find the remainder. Remainder is equal to number subtracted by number minus quotient into divisor. Okay, and now we will display the value of remainder. So enter the number. So let's enter the number as 23 and divisor as 5. So we get the remainder as 3, which is absolutely correct. So that's all. If you understood all these problems, then go and press the like button. Also subscribe to my channel.